What's going on, everyone? We are officially here, game 3 of the Lakers and the Warriors, and the Lakers' first game in Crypto Arena against the Golden State Warriors. And now, personally, I have all the confidence in the world that the Lakers handle business in game 3. Again, I think the Lakers win in 6. I think this is going to play out a lot like the Memphis series. Lakers win game 1. Lakers win game 3. The one game that I have probably the most concern with is game 4. Will the Lakers be able to weather that storm of like the Warriors being desperate, don't want to go down 3-1, that kind of thing. We saw the Grizzlies do the same thing. Lakers ended up pulling that off. Right, there's questions about that, but we'll address those once we get there. As far as game 3 goes, again, I think the Lakers just got smoked in Golden State. They're going to want to go home. They're going to want to dominate. And I expect a relatively commanding win. I really think the Lakers win by double digits. But look, the Golden State Warriors are more than capable of beating the Lakers and stealing this game. So the Lakers have to be locked in, have to be prepared. Anthony Davis has to show up. We got to figure out the Austin Reeves scenario, whether I've suggested in a video yesterday that, like, hey, maybe you start Dennis Schroeder, put Schroeder on D'Lo or on Steph Curry, put Vando on Klay Thompson, and then D'Lo is already guarding Wiggins, and he's actually done a pretty solid job. So keep that there and maybe go that adjustment. I think personally Darvin Ham will leave the starters as is. Maybe have a short leash on Austin Reeves, but we need to see Austin Reeves be more aggressive and get to the basket, right? I mean, he's getting there. He's just not taking the shots at times. And even then, like, he's just not hitting the shots. And it's like he's looking for contact again. He's just really struggled. I think a lot of it is his lack of experience is really showing in this series. At times, he even looks just tired. I don't know if it's just he's starting to get worn down, but it's the playoffs. Everybody's getting worn down. That's how it is, right? We need to slow down Klay Thompson one way or another. If Austin Reeves can't do it, we need to figure out another way, right? Because Klay Thompson has been torching us so far in the first 2 games. Klay Thompson had a great first half, terrible second half. Not terrible, but a bad second half in game 1, and that really helped us. But game 2, he just kept going and made 8 threes, and the Warriors have never lost when he makes 8 threes. So you'll write that off. But you got to make the adjustments. You got to be prepared. You got to slow down Thompson. You're never going to stop Klay Thompson. I get that. But you can make things more difficult. You can, at least challenge him better than what we've seen. And Austin Reeves has really struggled and just keeping Klay Thompson. And that was a big matchup that I talked about that I wanted the Lakers to really kind of hone in on, because Austin Reeves in the regular season won every one of those battles with Klay Thompson. Now, obviously, the playoffs are very different than the regular season, but still, like, Klay Thompson isn't even close. I'm not talking about, or Austin Reeves isn't even close, right? Like, Klay Thompson is in another stratosphere right now compared to Austin Reeves. And I'm not saying that he has to completely outplay him, right? But he needs to be effective. Like, there's times where Austin Reeves almost looks unplayable. So I'm hoping that he can kind of break out of that slump, being back home, being in front of your home fans. That could really pick things up. So that's my hope in that regard. We got to continue to contain Steph and got to stop double teaming. Look, trust Jared Vanderbilt, trust Dennis Schroeder, whoever's on him, trust them to get a stop. If Steph makes some crazy shots and hits some just, Steph-like shots, you live with it, you deal with it. But we were trying to blitz him. That's got to stop. We were trying to trap, all that. Got to stop it. He made us pay. They made the adjustment, and it clearly didn't work. And I don't see it working if you continue to do that. Right? The blitzing has to stop immediately. AD needs to stay where he was in game 1. He needs to stop coming out. Like, trust your defense. Trust your players. Vanderbilt has done a very good job on Steph. You're never going to stop Steph, but you can make him work, right? And that's what Jared Vanderbilt has been able to do. Dennis Schroeder, same thing. Got to get back to what we were doing in game 1 that was very successful. Again, if Steph goes off, he goes off. But what we were doing is he was still kind of getting his 20 points, but then he was getting everybody else involved, and we were just getting killed. And then Draymond is just such a good passer that, 2 or 3 passes in, all of a sudden they're getting easy layups, and they're running us out the gym. And that can easily happen again. So Lakers need to just guard Steph as is, trust the defense, let AD clean things up. If you funnel, like what we were doing, we were funneling Steph into the paint, Anthony Davis as the help defender controlling, and then Steph either would try to just get a shot, dribble out, or he would try to pass it. And you had Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis there to challenge at the rim. And we saw that have success. Looney tried to go up, and Vanderbilt sent that flying. That's what we need to get back to, right, on the defensive end. But the Lakers, they need to, again, have that focus, that drive, that intensity. You didn't really get that in game 2. The defense as a whole was just wasn't very good, right? It wasn't the Lakers' top defensive standard. Even as poorly as we played, we are still the number 1 defense by a pretty good margin. So we need to get back to that. Like LeBron said, I'm not worried, we still have the best defense in the entire league. And they do. They really do. Numbers, everything, back it up. But we got to get back into that. We got to get focused. We got to get locked in. Warriors are exhausting. I get it. They are absolutely exhausting. Chasing around, Steph and Klay and fighting through all those screens and just all the constant motion. It's tough. Got to figure that out. Got to fight through it. And then our guard play, right? Whether Austin Reeves starts, Schroeder, whomever, D'Lo needs to be better. It's not a coincidence that all the games that we have won, D'Lo has scored 17 points. D'Lo basically got whatever he wanted in the last game. He just couldn't hit the shots. Nobody really could. D'Lo needs to continue to find his shot, needs to continue to be aggressive. Dennis Schroeder had a lot of success in game 1. Shot 50% from the field, gave us 19 points. That should be a regular occurrence, right? Like the Warriors basically in game 2, outside of like the Steph adjustment and then the JaMychal Green, which did help, they were just letting the Lakers shoot, and the Lakers took the bait, right? The Lakers just jacked up a bunch of threes. I don't want to see that. Get back to what you know works. Attack the paint. Get into the interior. They were packing the paint, and we were still getting where we wanted to get because they don't have the defenders to stop us. So you got to make them pay, right? Rui, I expect to continue to have a big game. Schroeder, he can get whatever he wants. They don't have anybody that can stop him. D'Lo was getting all of his spots. Reeves, I want to see him be more physical, more aggressive. Draw those fouls. Get guys in a foul trouble. Steph Curry, get him in a foul trouble, right? He had that problem in game 2. You can take him out of the game. Take him out of his element. Our guard play is our biggest advantage. Outside of Anthony Davis, of course, when he shows up. But outside of AD, our guards are the advantage. And yes, I understand. They have Steph, they have Klay, they have Poole, they have those guys. But none of those guys can guard our guards. And we've seen that for 2 games now. But we got to hit the shots, right? D'Lo was 5 of 12, 0 of 3 from 3. We got to stop, again, we got to take better threes. Stop taking so many. Game 1, we took 25. Game 2, we took 34, right? So, we took 10 more threes, or 9, if you want to be specific, right? And that is, in many ways, the difference. Because if those 10 shots were in the interior and you didn't take the bait, then that's there's 20 points right there. It's a completely different game, right? Because now you're not blown out. Now you're not going into garbage time. Now at worst, you're down probably 7 at going into the 4th, which is manageable, right? You can win that game. So we need the Lakers to continue to be aggressive, continue to attack, continue to play Laker basketball. If Lakers play Laker basketball, I have confidence that they will win. It's going to be a very interesting game. But our guards really need to play to their strengths and do what needs to be done in order to get some wins. Again, it's going to be a challenge. Nothing with the Warriors is easy. They're a team that no lead is safe. You can't let your guard down. They just can put up numbers in a hurry, right? You can go from being up 15 to down 15 in like a 3-minute span, and you're just like, what just happened, right? Warriors have shot the lights out for 2 straight games now. I personally don't think that that's going to be maintained. Will they have another game where they shoot 40, 50%? Probably. I just don't see them doing that, especially in LA. They haven't been a great road shooting team. They've had their struggles. They haven't been a good road team, period. And I know a lot of people look at it as like, hey, well, they beat Sacramento twice on the road. Sacramento's not the Lakers. It's not the same series. You can't compare the two. Just like, people like to use the argument, we cannot compare Golden State to Memphis. You're right. You can't compare Golden State to Memphis. Those 2 different teams. But you can't make the argument of like, the Warriors beat the Kings on the road twice, but then try to make the counter argument of like the Warriors aren't the Grizzlies. Because again, the Lakers are not the Kings. The Lakers have a lot of better things than the Kings. Experience, defense, all of those things are very massive. So Lakers need to take advantage of the home court. Look, Lakers don't have to win on the road again. You win all your home games, you win the series. That's all you got to do. Lock in, focus for 3 games. Your 3 home games, and you're good. You're in this. You win. You win both of these home games. You're up 3-1, and you're ready to go into Golden State. Maybe you steal that and close it out. If not, you just go back home, you handle business, and guess what? You're in a good place. The Suns finally won a game. I mean, it took Kevin Durant and Devin Booker putting up 80, but they were able to win a game, and so that's good, right? That you want that series to keep getting extended, so that way the Lakers, hopefully they can finish around the same time that the Nuggets do, and then we can get some equal rest. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think we get this win? Do you think we don't? Look, we need our bench. We need our defense. We need our offense, obviously. Our shooting. Don't take the bait. If you have a wide open shot, take it. I don't mind us. We need to take some threes, right? But we got to do a better job of our shot selection and just hitting shots, period. But I trust the Lakers. I believe in them. I'm sure many of you do as well. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Who do you think wins? Think Lakers? Think Warriors? Do you feel like the Lakers have a specific formula? Do you think the Warriors? Whatever. Let me know.